Hi you guys, I am Kade Gottlieb.
And I'm Gottmik.
And this is our Glamour Unfiltered. Okay, so what does it mean to be the first trans male on RuPaul's Drag Race?
It means so much to me that I'm the first trans male to compete on RuPaul's Drag Race, just because I have always been looking for someone like me in the media, and the fact that I went on my favorite TV show of all time and was able to be that for so many people is just mind-blowing to me to this day, and I'm so proud.
What have been your key turning points in your journey of self-expression to who you are today?
I think some of the key turning points to me were definitely, obviously, me coming out. It took so much self-love and confidence that I had to find out of nowhere to be able to come out to my friends and family. And then I think also being able to just go on national television and being as open as I was and just share my story. It was just, I think all of these pivotal moments in my life helped me be exactly who I am today, and I am ready to grow even more every single day.
Okay, so you describe yourself as pansexual. What does that mean to you? And how do you feel about labeling attraction?
Yes, I do identify as pansexual. To me, it just means that I do not care about gender at all. All I care about is like a really gorgeous personality, and that's it. And labeling attraction is just not, I don't think it's an important thing. I think as we progress as a community and as a society overall, we're just gonna stop with the labels, because like, what's the point of that? Love is love, period. So there's no point in having to like keep shoving yourself in a box, because as people, as human beings, we're constantly evolving and growing. So why are we gonna relabel ourselves every time we discover a new part of ourselves? It just doesn't make sense. So not a huge fan of labels, even though I'm labeling myself every second, apparently.
What does pride mean to you?
Oh my gosh, pride is the most important thing in the world to me. I think me and Asia O'Hara were actually talking about on the bus the other day on tour. We were talking about how I feel like a lot of the queer community loves Pride so much because it's kind of just a time where it's like our whole lives growing up as kids, we might not have had a space to come and celebrate who we are. We might have had to hide that as kids or young adults. And then when you're an adult, you get to go to Pride and you get to celebrate Pride, and you just get to be the person that you've always wanted to like scream for the rooftops that you are. And so I think for a lot of us, it's exactly that. It's a true celebration of all the pain and all of the hard work that we've put into ourselves and our lives and our journeys, and it's a time to celebrate, and exactly what I said, scream from the rooftops that we are here and we're not going anywhere, and it's time to celebrate. So Pride's everything to me.
How do you look after your mental well-being?
I actually am like kind of forget to look after my mental well-being sometimes, which I need to get a little bit better at. But for me, I truly just need one day where I don't leave bed. Like maybe once a month, I just need to lay down for 14 hours, like full lay down. That's how I need to recover. It's like a full charging an iPhone, but it's me.
Okay, so how do you feel about social media, like both the positive and the negative sides of it?
I personally love social media because I feel like I thrive with my personality, and I love to talk to people and connect with people. So I love being able to just like go online and meet new people. I also think it's so important to share what's going on in the world, and all these different forms of media. You can literally go on and see what's happening all around the world, which we did not have access to like that before. So I think social media is just a really important tool, as well as an amazing fun tool to be able to share your art and grow as an artist and find your tribe in the world. So I'm obsessed with social media personally.
What is the best piece of advice that you've ever been given, and by whom?
My favorite piece of advice I've ever been given was actually on Drag Race, and it was when RuPaul said, "You already got the job, you just have to show up." And I literally took that to heart, because I feel like when I get a bigger job and start leveling up, I always get so nervous and scared, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I mess up? And I start spiraling with my inner saboteur. But the second she said that, it just all clicked to me that I got the job for the hard work that I've done in the past, and everyone there wants me to succeed, so I just have to show up and kill it. So you already got the job, you just have to kill it.
Totally. What is the biggest challenge that you faced on the journey to who you are today?
I feel like my biggest challenge on my journey of life has kind of just been, I feel like something with my transition, I guess. I think just being able to find a place where I can go out every day comfortable with who I am physically, emotionally, spiritually was a crazy journey for me as a transgender individual. So I think just figuring all that out and aligning all my chakras and spiritual moments together to be a genuinely happy individual took a lot of work, and I'm proud of the work that it did, but it definitely took a memento to get there, and I'm very proud of who I am today because of it.
On the show, you realized that being your most authentic self is the most important thing. How did you come to that realization?
I think I came to the realization that authenticity is just the most important thing in the world through trial and error almost. I think just going out every day and trying to discover who I am and where in life I'm comfortable and happy makes you kind of go out on the limb a lot and try new things all the time and push yourself out of your comfort zone. And I realized through all these crazy experiences that I've had that where I succeed is when I'm not worried about what anyone else around me is doing. I'm not worried about what's going on around me at all. Actually, all I'm worried about is what energies I'm putting out into the world, and that is when people connect back with me, and when people respond to what I'm putting out is when I am 100% me, 100% authentic, and not caring what is happening around me, really.
Okay, how has your drag look changed since being on the show?
My drag look, I think my drag look has changed a lot since being on the show. First of all, I've refined a lot of things after seeing myself on TV every week physically, and then I also think that I have gotten more comfortable with my physical appearance in drag. Before the show, I was definitely a little nervous to get a little too feminine, and then seeing myself on the show try to be more feminine than I would normally be comfortable with, I was like, oh my god, I look gorgeous, like this is so fun. And so now I am definitely down to experiment and play a little bit more with femininity and my overall vibe, and I'm super obsessed with that. So get ready for some more girly mementos from Gottmik.
No, gorge. Yes. Who is your LGBTQ plus icon of all time?
Oh my gosh. I love a Cher moment. She's just a gay icon. So Cher's my main bitch. I love a Dolly Parton. I love a RuPaul. I think RuPaul really, when I was in high school, was the closest thing that I saw that was kind of like, I remember seeing her on TV and being like, that's the closest thing to what I am that I see. This gender bending crazy thing on TV, like pushing gender stereotypes on national television, just blew my mind. So I definitely wouldn't not be who I am today without RuPaul. So I feel like RuPaul's a major one for me as well.
How are you going to be celebrating Pride Month?
Well, I'm actually on tour for all of Pride Month. I'm on a tour called Drive in Drag, which is pretty much the only tour going on during the pandemic, and you literally drive up to the stage, and it's some of me and my best friends in the world. We're all on tour. We're having the most magical, amazing time ever. Truly, when I have to leave the tour for 1 second, I get sad because it is just the best vibes. It's so much fun. The whole audience has so much fun. I run around and sign shirts. So if you see me on that tour in Pride Month, you better go, because we will kiki all night. It's literally the most fun I've ever had in my life.
What changes would you like to see in the way that the LGBTQ plus community is represented in society?
I just want to see so many more stories being told. I think from what I've seen on Drag Race, my story opened up a lot of people's minds, and at the end of the day, I'm still a boy doing drag. It's not like the craziest thing in the world, just people had never heard of it or seen it before. So I'm really excited to be able to come up in here and open up these doors and say, hey guys, what we thought was the end all be all is not. There's so many more stories, and I'm so excited to see Drag Race, see Hollywood, see mainstream media keep pushing those boundaries along with me, and hear so many more amazing stories from trans women who started the drag movement to, you know, just literally you name it. There's every color of the rainbow in our gorge rainbow community, so I just want to get as many stories told as possible.
What advice would you give to a younger you?
Advice to my younger you, I would say, to me, right? I think I would probably just say that you're valid. I think I spent so long just thinking that I was crazy and that I just needed to like relax, and my transness wasn't trans enough or valid enough. And so I would just go back and say what you're feeling is 100% valid. Just because you don't see it out there in the world does not mean it's not 100% real, and you should just say it and fight for what you think is correct, because it is. And I think that's a lot of my friends too. They have the exact same story where they just didn't see who they were on TV or in the media anywhere, and they couldn't find anyone like themselves, so they just kind of put themselves on the back burner because of it. And I feel like that's what we need to keep pushing, is that what you're feeling is 100% correct. Just because you don't see it does not mean it is not real.
All right, what advice do you have for young LGBTQ plus kids today that may be struggling with finding themselves?
For the young LGBTQ plus kids out there today, I would just tell them to stay strong, stay positive, no matter how hard it gets. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You are going to find your chosen family out there. You're going to find your tribe, and it's going to be so amazing. It's just going to take a second. So keep pushing. You are, like I said, 100% valid. There's so many people out there that love you and support you, and make sure you reach out to people online that you see that you might feel connected with, because they'll talk with you, I'm sure, and you're gonna get through anything. You're a strong bitch, and I believe in you.
All right, Gorge, thank you so much for being here. It was so good seeing you. And
Yes.
This has been Glamour Unfiltered Pride Edition. Thanks for watching.